I just hate finding out that things that I thought were true for a long time were completely inaccurate. Like things you would learn about in history, or things your parents would say, or people you would just know around that would say something like, oh, here's this knowledge, kid.
I've definitely fallen victim to that because my dad is a big jokester and I take things very literally, and so he would teach me things that were totally not true
as a joke.
He thought it was funny.
Yeah.
And he knew that I thought that it was real. So up until the 9th grade, I thought the snakes could not bite you underwater.
There you
go. And I learned definitely the hard way in the middle of class when I said that out loud, and I learned that day.
Yeah, you learn.
I got schooled.
I'll bet we're going to learn today. This is our first reaction to a channel that has been recommended in the past. That's Sam O'Nella.
I've heard about it.
Academy. The historical misconceptions for you to bring up during family dinners.
I'm
looking forward to it. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it for sure. And you aren't always a fan of history, but I have a feeling you may enjoy this video.
Yeah, you always bring videos that are entertaining about history, and then I take something from that. So
too sweet.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do it.
You're doing it. Yeah.
Hey kid. Yeah, you. I just got off the phone with the big man upstairs, and he told me that I need to clear a few things up around here. So without further ado, here's 10 pieces of malarkey that you might still be spreading. Number 1. Nobody was ever burned to death at the Salem witch trials. Of the accused, 15 died in prison, 19 were hanged, and 1 was squished to death. That last one is way more interesting than any cremation, by the way. Dude was a badass. His name was Giles Corey. He was 81 years old and so done with the town of Salem's garbage that he wouldn't even dignify the trial with a plea. So the town stuck in between 2 boards and stacked rocks on top of him in an effort to draw out a confession. But every time they tried to get something out of him, all he would say was, "More weight." This went on for 3 solid days until he finally died, never giving any indication as to whether or not he was a witch. One can only wonder. Number 2, the OG Buddha wasn't the obese guy. That's Budai, a Chinese folk character meant to represent Maitreya, aka future Buddha. Now this shirt is double sad. Number 3, Buddha wasn't a god either. He was just a guy named Gautama. Now this shirt is triple sad. Number 4. Ever heard of a vomitorium? Turns out, no. It's not a place where Roman nobles would go to make room for more pheasant spleen and lobster eyelids. It's just a big entranceway to the Colosseums that hordes of peasants would spew out of. Number 5. Washington never cut down a cherry tree in his youth. I don't get this one at all. Apparently it's supposed to paint the man in a good light somehow. It's like, Tyler, what the hell happened while we were gone? Where's the tree in the front yard? Oh yeah, that was me. Got bored. Just felt like vandalizing something, you know? Hey, what about my honest character? Number 6, the pyramids weren't actually built by slaves. These workers were respected members of society. They ate meat and worked in 3-month shifts, and even got to be buried right next to the tomb after their death. Matter of fact, that's more than we can say for the people working on man's greatest achievements today. If I spent years of my life helping to build the space station, you're damn right I'd want the Salmonella Memorial Corpse Receptacle floating along right next to it. That would be amazing. Number 7, the Great Wall of China is not the only man-made object visible from space. I don't know where you dipshits got this one from. First of all, there's no way you could see it with the unaided eye. The wall is like 30 meters thick at most, while the distance to outer space is generally recognized to be 100 kilometers up, known as the Kármán line. To give some perspective, that's like me holding up a standard-sized guitar pick from across the entire length of a football field and asking you what color it is. Also, there are plenty of man-made objects that are way bigger in terms of local surface area than the Great Wall, so even if it was visible, there's no way it would be the only one. Number 8, you might have heard this one before. You know, Hitler was a jerk and all, but hey, he made the Autobahn, so at least he was efficient. Actually, Hitler didn't create the Autobahn. It was already there. He just helped expand it into newer territory. In a similar vein, Mussolini didn't make the trains run on time, with most of Italy's infrastructure repairs happening before his rise to power in 1922, and even then they weren't nearly as punctual as he'd like you to believe. So unfortunately, you're gonna have to find something else to like about these fascists. Like Hitler's elegant way of speaking. Or the way Mussolini says spaghetti. Paschetti! Number 9. Iron Maidens weren't actual torture devices used in medieval times. Basically what happened is, some archaeologists in the 1800s saw an old metal coffin and some spikes, and said, yo, wouldn't it be wildin' if we put these things up in here, so that way if someone goes in it, they get poked in their bits? You are a sick man, Cornelius. I like it. Into the museum it goes. At least Iron Maiden was real. They were as real as it gets. Still are. And don't you forget it. Number 10. Einstein never failed math. He had mastered both integral and differential calculus by the age of 15. 99% chance this one was just made up to make glue eaters feel better about themselves. Well, congratulations, Dimitri. Looks like you failed pre-algebra for the 3rd time. Brady still can't graduate. Well, hey, that means I'm still on par with famous smart science man, so, yeah, worship me. So it just goes to show that we've all got a lot to learn about the world around us. That's why you need to go to Skillshare.
Skillshare is an online learning community with over 20,000 classes in technology, design, business, and more.
They've got great courses in graphic design and animation, which I've clearly already mastered. I mean, check this out. But I'm sure you could get a lot of use out of them. You can also learn plenty of more recreational skills, like how to solve a Rubik's Cube, or how to play chess really well. Join the millions of students already learning on Skillshare today.
Go to skl.sh/Samo to get 2 months of unlimited access to over 20,000 classes for free.
Anyway, till next time, I'm Sam and Nella, and thank you for watching.
Yeah, I had always heard about seeing the Great Wall of China from space.
Yeah, I've heard that one too, but
Yeah.
I don't know how much stock I put in that.
Yeah.
I thought that they burned witches.
Yeah,
I didn't know that they didn't burn witches.
I thought that they burned witches too, but I think that's only because I've seen pictures of them and
Yeah,
like
there was
movies
like
and
drawings
stuff.
and history books and
Right.
shit. So,
But
there
I've
you
never
go.
studied it, so
I never knew that people thought Hitler built the Autobahn.
I didn't either.
And I've always just known of Mussolini as a puppet.
And I never heard him say Paschetti.
Yeah. But
So
fuck both of those
we've
guys.
Learned
You know?
a lot today.
They both suck testicles in a drastic way. But yeah, I did not know about the dude getting crushed by stones either. That's
No,
horrific.
That's awful. And for 3 days, and he was just like,
Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just feel like there's an 80s teen cult classic movie hero inside of him. Fuck this town.
he was
You know?
81 years old.
Right, but he had like
He just wanted
Kevin
to go.
Bacon in his heart, you
Right.
know.
But for I could hold out, but for 3 days, I don't know about all that.
More weight. Jesus Christ. What an interesting video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any more recommendations like this video, you could always throw those our way. Sam Anella, so clever, very funny name. We're definitely going to watch more of these videos.
I really liked it.
So yeah, if you have any more like this, you could always suggest those to us.
Yeah, you can do that in the comments below or on our Discord, which if you haven't joined, you should think about doing that. We're going to have a link to that in the description as well as this original video.
If you liked our reaction to this video, you could give us a like. You could subscribe to our channel. You could hit the notification bell. You could even tune in to our live streams that we do every Monday and Thursday evening. But thanks for watching this video. I can't wait to see you in the next one.